So this is the most consistent and easy lineup that still is good enough to stop the tees basically. And what you need to do is search for this vertical line here and then count the seams from the bottom. So go for the seam between the seam between the second and the third plank, and that's where you need your crosshair. All right, now you can do this while running, so find the line, then find the seam, and now you keep running and you jump as you reach the middle of the bench here. Now majority of the time it's gonna spread enough so that the tees will take at least a few ticks of damage, and now they will die to one M4 headshot. Now the issue with this particular lineup is that it typically leaves a gap to the right. Sometimes you can get through without taking any damage at all. However, that's typically not an issue as the tees are vulnerable while trying to get up and while running along this wall, and the CTs can most of the time just use one flashbang to take care of any tees up here, right? And you don't have to worry about any of this area. Finally, there is another lineup which allows the molly to land a little bit deeper towards the stairs area here. However, this is much harder to line up and get down consistently. And the other issue with this molly is that it can be extinguished quite deep here. So if I smoke this off, it's gonna extinguish all of the molly, and it's gonna leave me a lot of space to move around here. I can choose how far away from the corner I want to peek. I can fight a little bit further back, or I can swing from up close. Whereas with the other lineup, the tees will have to extinguish it a little bit higher up, which means that they have less space to move around up here, and now they are way closer to this corner here, which basically gives the CTs a huge advantage because the tees cannot back away from the corner and peek you from here or any of that stuff. So I think this is overall better, and it is much easier to land consistently. It's not quite as accurate, so yeah, I hope you guys like this. Make sure to learn it and subscribe for more. Finally, there is another lineup for a molly which is a little bit stronger at first glance, although it is much harder to line up. Finally, there is another molly which lands deeper towards the stairs area, and this is a little bit stronger. However, it is much harder to line up. Finally, there is another molly which is a little bit stronger, although a lot harder. Finally, there is another Molotov lineup which is a little bit stronger but much harder to line up, and this is going to take a lot more practice and it's going to be less consistent.